We're doing some things again.
We are doing things.
We have another random purchase. I have no clue.
We've never done that before.
No,
No, not in any video ever.
this is almost like a mystery box because I haven't opened it.
Well, then, how's it like it? It is one.
Well, yeah. I mean, I
You
know,
think
I know
you
that,
know what's in
yeah,
it.
I didn't think it came from Temu, so that updates.
He thinks he knows.
It is a RGB Nixie Clock LED tube simulation, colorful time, colorful life.
Go ahead. I don't think you guys understand what he just tried to say, but he actually did a pretty good job.
RGB Nixie Clock LED tube simulation.
It's yeah,
So
that's the only branding of
yeah,
this wine box, this wine bottle box.
Nothing else. And
So
they don't have colorful with the U in there, so they did the American spelling.
they sure didn't come with American names. The RGB Nixie Clock LED tube simulation.
Well,
Let's just find words in the English language.
So you don't question what you got.
It can be anything at that point. I mean, I keep thinking there's a train in there.
This was $58.49
plus shipping.
I think that included shipping. Or no, they gave me free shipping. That's part of one of 8 million coupons they give you when you first buy something.
Oh boy.
So
the Nixie Clock tube simulation train station.
Yep, here we go. We got a microfiber cloth. Cool.
Look at that. There's the 40 cents.
Look at that. We got
some instructions that may or may not be.
Well, they got English on that side, but who cares? It's past the quality.
We have seen that before. They're good at packing that. You can play that football game on the table with it.
That football game. That you disappointed me.
That football, that paper football.
Might be the best shot I've ever done. All right, so in the box we have.
Oh, I feel it.
Have you ever seen these?
I have. So all the plastic.
Yeah, so each number's etched on a different one, and it should light up.
So was it 9 little plastic frames? Kind of like kind of like when you're doing scientific experiments and you have different microorganisms on your slides and petri dishes. And you put them under the microscope, and then you light them up with spark plug. And
do you know what you're talking about over here?
That's what this is like.
Lighting up things with a spark plug.
You've never done it, have you?
Have you?
Of course. Bread.
All right, so man, science lessons with Greg.
You've never blown up a cake in the dorm lounge before?
With a spark plug and petri dishes?
Yeah.
So
there's stories to be told one day.
The only other thing in this box is a USB cable.
Well, that's crappy.
That is it.
You need a plug.
We need a plug. Hey, we have a handy extension cable. Just for these occasions.
So while he's doing that, I'll just give a tour. Wood. I mean, that really does feel like wood, doesn't it, to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's supposed to be, but I think, who knows?
Well, I'm not sure on that. They did a really good job. I mean, it has texture. The top feels like real wood.
Yeah, that's real wood.
Like I said, the plastic slides.
Oh, yeah! That little metal
numbers, the rods.
Maybe, I don't know.
I can't tell if it's. I think they might be metal.
There were some that were like $10 cheaper, but they only had 4 digits. And it was like,
well, that would be silly.
I was like, I don't.
You tell time for half the day.
Well, I think it gets rid of seconds. I'm assuming it might have a second counter.
So over here, USB-C charge port. You've got a mode. So I'm assuming you can shuffle different modes, time, and then the up down. So that must be how you set the time. I'd be curious on what the mode is. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. See if it... Oh, whoa, that is...
I just like turning it on.
That's interesting.
That's pretty wild.
It's like each one on the bottom has multiple. I'm not even... Oh, what did that do? Oh, that's crazy. 8:28 and 40 seconds.
Thought we just traveled to 1935.
So it's weird because you look at it from the back, you know, obviously we can't read it. Maybe they can.
I'm not sure we could read it from the front. I'd have to be convinced.
Man, that's kind of interesting though.
All right, set the real time. Who set it?
I just like when it switches. See, once it goes to the next minute, when it clears, it like
it shoots through the slides to the front one, or I mean to the one it's supposed to be on.
I just hit the mode button. So look, it now fades color. So we got a fold. That's the RGB.
Nice.
That's our RGB life simulation mode, I guess. Whatever it said.
Life simulator.
Whatever it said.
Welcome to Microsurgeon.
Oh, sorry. LED tube simulator.
Life simulator. In a petri dish clock.
I just like watching it go to the numbers. I guess there's no way for it. I guess I'll have to look and see if it says what the custom color, rainbow shading, breathing mode, river mode, dynamic mode,
river mode,
setting digit and animation,
test
mode.
You just keep pushing mode, or do you have
press and hold mode? See what happens. There we go.
It'd be cool if you could hook it up to your phone and it just picks up the time.
Great. Let's see. Mobile phone tutorial. You hook it through Wi-Fi.
Oh, I see what it's doing now. That's mode 5.
Okay. Ooh.
So which one is 5?
5 is dynamic mode.
All right. This is level 6.
Setting digit animation. Cool. I guess you might be able to choose how each one does its thing.
Mode 7.
7 is the test mode. So that's just letting you so you can see that they all work. Right. There's no 8.
Oh, there's an 8. We just entered a secret level.
No,
we're in minus world.
And now that doesn't work anymore. Just want mode 8. Mode 1 is custom color, so you pick a single color. I want
to see the wave.
The river
breathing mode.
Breathing mode is 3. 2 is rainbow shading, which
one was I on?
And you're on 2.
Okay.
Yeah. See, this is the breathing mode.
Oh, so it's
like the kind of the keyboards do.
That's cool.
And the next one's river mode, whatever that is.
It does the wave.
I don't know if there's any different than the rainbow mode.
I don't know. It must be pushing the colors in a different pattern.
Yeah.
So,
and it looks like when you hook it up to your phone,
there's
the phone is purely for a firmware update
or stealing your data. One of the two.
Well, it doesn't use its own app, I don't think.
That's really pretty cool how it's done. Like you said, I don't know if it shows on the camera, but the lights come up through the base here and kind of shine into the, maybe you can see from the side, they kind of shine into the slide that's affected, the slide that carries the etched number. Like we said, it's etched 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 9. Actually, it starts at 0, not 1, but you get the idea. So there's 10 slides in each cube. Honestly, it's kind of just the way they designed it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like watching the numbers when it bounces all the way back up, and then you don't need the little separators because they space them out and put these closer together, so there's no colons needed in the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it does support 12 or 24-hour time, whichever one you'd like, so we can't knock it on that. But
so now the difference, I guess, the consideration, you can get this $60, let's just call it 60, does some light waves, it is what it is. Or I have seen them where they're digital, the digital screens, which can essentially do the same thing But you could also, I've seen it where they don't use it for time. They can put animations or characters and have it do different things outside of that. I don't know cost comparison. I'm sure those are way more than 60.
About 150.
Yeah. So
I may have one.
you may have one somewhere.
Except mine came from Kickstarter. And the company went out of business and didn't deliver half of them.
Well,
I got mine.
There's that. And they probably didn't come with this.
No.
So
Cleaning, so you can never.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess you just clean the outside.
Yeah, I mean, you have to take it
people
apart.
trying to touch it and see, like I did, to see if it's glass. But anyway, we're gonna rate it for what it is. I would personally unpack it for, I don't think the cost is bad. For Temu, the build quality is actually better than some of the things I've ordered off of Temu.
And I'll say this got here in less than a week.
Nice.
So it shipped from one of the quote unquote U.S. local suppliers.
The USB-C, kind of a nice power source for it.
Yeah, and we're not plugged into fans like any sort of power inverter. We're literally just in a, just a surge protector little plug. So
kind of just a neat thing by your computer or mantle somewhere.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's bigger than I thought it would be too. Whenever I ordered it.
Now, I do kind of wonder, like across the room, because if I did have to make a criticism, I would almost wish that the etched numbers were thicker.
Yeah,
because even right now, you can see it, but if they start fading or certain colors, it is harder.
Well, and it's definitely a clock that you're not going to be able to really see well from angles necessarily.
Right.
Like you can do somewhat, but it's kind of more of a little bit of a dead on.
So the Life Simulator RGB Petri dish LED clock of doom
for a colorful life. Don't forget that. For a colorful time, for a colorful life. I would unpack it, I think. And I apparently like electronic clocks now. This is my third one.
Hey,
so.
Yeah, and he's never on time, so it's kind of odd.
Yeah,
yeah, kind of a neat toy. I'm all for it.
And maybe I'll find out some cool modes and get my phone hacked when I hook up to the Wi-Fi on it.
So you got to enjoy it before that happened.
Yeah. So until next time, like, subscribe,
check it out. Keep checking our channel out for more clocks and life simulators
and random boxes from Temu that may or may not be what we purchased.
Yeah, that's what keeps it alive. Go ahead.